one of my favorite things is the stuff that happens after the season is over and all of the numbers that get crunched and the awards that give out and all that good stuff. And I think in that huge mix of information, there's some good stuff that I think you're going to be feeling really awesome about. It's just a good feel-good video coming to you today. If you're new here and you're looking for daily 49ers content, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on it. But the first piece that I have to get to is our newest PFF All-Pro, George Kittle. George Kittle was picked per PFF for their All-Pro team. And, you know, they do this, and this predates the actual All-Pro selections and all that good stuff. But PFF does theirs. ESPN does theirs. You know, they all have them. And I love PFFs because of the metrics they're based on. And guys like George Kittle is perfect for the metrics because he does everything. He's got it all. Kittle, PFF says, had another dominant year of San Francisco, excelling both as a receiver and blocker. He finished the 2024 season with a 70.8 run blocking grade and averaged 2.62 yards per route run as a receiver. I don't like that stat, the yards per route run, because I think about yards per reception and things like that. But whatever, lights fire, give me yak or something. Give me something other than yards per route run. But who cares? You know, he gets a lot of value for the number of routes that he runs, and we'll say that that's a good one. And congratulations to him, and we have to give him a massive credit for the leadership that he showed this season. He was absolutely massive. And just imagine for a second this season without 1,000-yard George Kittle. Imagine the red zone without George Kittle in the first half of the season when we could not find a way into the end zone. So I'm just saying, George Kittle was massive. He was the leader. He was always out there, always lifting guys up, being positive with Jake Moody when he missed kicks. I mean, this guy is an absolute leader. And I really, really hope the 49ers extend him and keep him around for the rest of his career. He absolutely deserves it. By the way, speaking about PFF, he is the highest graded tight end in the NFL this season. Brock Bowers was the runner-up for the tight end position. Okay, or alternate, as they say, right? Linebacker Fred Warner also got on that PFF All-Pro list. The only two 49ers on the list, but a lot of teams didn't have two guys on there. Some teams didn't even have one, so we'll take some credit for there. Warner was on a Defensive Player of the Year trajectory in the first month of the season. We've all been saying that. It's nice to hear it from, an unbiased party like PFF, earning PFF grades above 90 in 3 of his first 4 games. That didn't hold for a full season with an injury slowing him down, but he still finished the year with an 88.4 PFF coverage grade, which is incredible when you think about what he actually went through with his ankle from basically week 6, I want to say, somewhere around there, from week 6 on to the rest of the season. How did he possibly manage to produce at such a high level, despite having to cover for Devondre Campbell all the time, despite having to pick up where rookie D. Winter, well, not rookie, kind of like a rookie, D. Winters, but actually not a rookie. Sophomore D. Winters, misses things and is still not quite up to snuff yet, not there yet. And there you have Fred Warner trying to cover all of that, do all that extra stuff, and he has an incredible coverage grade with a slightly broken foot along the way. I just have to give massive credit to Fred Warner. He deserves every bit of it. He's also that leader on the defensive side. I definitely think we were missing something without Dre Greenlaw. And I don't want to act like Fred Warner is the solution to all problems, because we know, even with guys like Patrick Willis, it always helps to have a Navarro Bowman. So I'm just trying to say, he was massive. We don't need to downgrade what he did because of some of the frailties of the defense. We can celebrate what he did despite the frailties of the defense. That's where I'm going anyway. Dominic Puni. I want to get to the rookie grades, and I think I actually saved some other them. I can't show you all of them because I feel like that would be too far with the whole paywall thing, but I'm happy to share them with you at least. But we got to give Dominic Puni some credit here on multiple fronts, okay? But let's just start with the fact that when you look at the rookie grades, he is the highest graded rookie from the 49ers roster this season, and he played a whopping 1,078 snaps. For a rookie that you thought going into the season might get a shot if a guy went down, to a guy goes down in training camp and he gets his shot early and never loses it. This is a guy who's never played this many games in a season in his entire life, and he played Did he play? I think he played every single one of the preseason games. He did. And so he played all those games plus the regular season games. I mean, he had an incredibly long season coming from college to the NFL, and he just absolutely killed it. Congratulations to Dominic Puni. You are one of my favorite players from the season. Absolutely. Then you get in there some other guys in terms of snaps. You have Malik Mustafa, who had an incredible number of snaps at 755 with a PFF overall grade of only 63.9. Some other notable guys there. Renardo Green had a 69.2 PFF grade on 675 snaps. Of course, that's a little different because he was kind of he was in and out with the nickel and when Charvarius Ward couldn't be there. And there were just certain games where he wasn't in for the entirety of the game. Tatum Bethune also had a really high PFF grade, by the way, of 72.9. However, only 52 snaps because he came together at the very end there. I'll throw out there a couple of other guys like Jacob Cowing, who did a lot for special teams. He had a 62.4 PFF grade. I think that's pretty much it. You have Isaac Guerrero at a 64.6 PFF grade on 227 offensive snaps. So, the rookies overall, I thought did really, really well and played a significant role this season, which is something worth celebrating. Dominic Puni also got picked in the top 10 at the end of the season. He was like 8 up until last week, and so I was like devastated. But he got picked in the top 10, which is still something worth celebrating as in terms of rookies this season in terms from PFF, which I think is fantastic. Everything today's from PFF. And Dominic Puni, 80.5 total PFF grade. The 49ers third-round draft pick faltered down the stretch, but his strong start to the year helped him finish the year with a top 10 grade among rookies. He was solid as a pass blocker, allowing 35 pressures from 656 pass blocking snaps, and he earned an 81.5 PFF run blocking grade. So congratulations to Dominic Puni. You are stout. You are amazing. We are all very impressed, and we are getting nowhere near where we want to be. But every single day, we're getting one step further. So stick around here. Make sure you subscribe and don't miss out on all of the action because we're going to be talking about all of the moves that are taking place. I just did a video earlier today about all of the players that are coming up in free agency, all the players that are added to the 90-man. I mean, there's a lot of movement happening. We, of course, still have a massive, massive decision on the 49ers front office hands in terms of what to do with Nick Sorensen. I say that assuming it's very possible, of course, that while I'm recording this video on Twitter, somebody has already leaked that he's gone or something like that. I've seen some sources say things, but I don't believe them, to be honest with you. We'll have to wait and see, though. Maybe they're right. Who knows? Maybe they're wrong. But I think it'll be an interesting decision. I think there are a lot of intelligent, talented defensive coordinators out there who have genuine experience, and I would be a little concerned if the 49ers stick with Nick Sorensen. As much as I like his personality. He seems like a nice guy. Players seem to like him. I think the 49ers need something more, and I think right now this was a downgrade from Steve Wilks, and you got rid of Steve Wilks like a bad habit. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to get rid of Steve Wilks like a bad habit, then Nick Sorensen deserves the same treatment, considering the defense went even further down the list. That's where I'm at, but it just seems fair with the talent that's out there. If you can upgrade the position, you go out there and you upgrade the position because the 49ers have a chunk of time. I'm not going to do the Super Bowl window thing, but we have a chunk of time where we're in a decent spot, and we have not invested a ton of money in Brock Purdy yet because we have a whole nother year before the majority of that kicks in. I just feel like there's a window right now. This is an opportunity for the 49ers to continue to build a strong roster and continue to push into the playoffs deep. That's what I truly believe. Despite the record, that's what I truly believe. We have an incredible cupcake schedule ahead of us, and we have a great roster already that just underperformed. And I think if you get the right leadership in here on special teams and in defense, I think we're going to be a really, really difficult team to beat. That's where I'm at. Let me know where you're at in the comments. Appreciate you so much and hope you have a fantastic Tuesday night.